Be good the first time. All right. All right, this is Derek Naylor. I'm here after the game with senior Emma King. Emma's tough one tonight.
Yeah, it was. We had a few people out, but I thought we had some people step up. We just didn't come out with it today.
Right. You took a tough charge. I seen you there and you got your finger taped. I said, that's Lincoln County's finest right there.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, to be down two starters, y'all put up a heck of a fight tonight. What I want to do is I'll just kind of start at the beginning and work my way up to now, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And I won't keep you long. I know you're ready to get out of here. So you was born and raised in Lincoln County, right?
Correct. Both of my parents are from Lincoln County.
All right, and their names are
Eric and Nancy King. Yeah.
Eric and Nancy. Okay. And what age did you start playing sports?
I've been playing sports since I could walk. Me and both of my sisters, we did gymnastics, soccer. So I don't know how my parents did it because there's three of us. We're 3 years apart, like all within 3 years.
Right.
Soccer, softball, basketball, gymnastics. We did all of them.
Right.
But I started playing basketball when I was in third grade because my middle sister, she was playing, and I wanted to be just like her.
Right, right. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. So what athletes did you look up to as a kid? Was there anybody you inspired you, or you were just doing your own thing?
I was doing my own thing. I've always been one, like, I've just never really, like, watched sports. I just always enjoyed playing them.
Right.
And
right.
I don't know. I just never really had. But I was also one of those kids that, like, I don't know. I was just like, I would respect people and I would respect their players and like all these people and what they wanted. But like, I wanted to be my own person.
Right.
And
right.
so, yeah, that's just, I don't know. I've always been like that.
Right. That's unique. I like that. So other than sports, is there anything else that stood out in your childhood you want to tell us about?
I just think it's really cool. My mom's family, like we all live in Lincoln County, but I'm just really close with all of my cousins. Like we all came to UK, pretty much everybody.
Right.
We still do our cousins Bible study because everybody lives in Lexington. And it's just been like just the community that I have within my family because my family's so big has been really neat. Just to be able to see that go from Stanford to Lexington has been really neat, and I've really enjoyed that.
Right. You had a stellar career at Lincoln County. I'm gonna read through some of the accomplishments. Your senior year, you averaged 19 and 7. You was Kentucky Indiana All Star. Scored 1,000 points as a sophomore. 2,500 total career points. 750 rebounds. Second team All State. And you also played with the under 17 Nike Kentucky Premier. Was that Coach Stevenson with?
No, I played with Coach Stevenson when I was younger for Central Sparks, and then I did EYBL, which is like the circuit, the Nike circuit.
Okay.
I did that my freshman, sophomore, and junior year,
Okay.
which is what really got me the exposure. And
Right. That's what I was going to touch on next. How instrumental do you think AAU, travel ball, whatever you want to call it, how instrumental do you think that was in your development as a player?
I was really nervous about doing that just because like I've always been somebody who I don't really like getting out of my comfort zone.
Right.
So that was a really hard step for me just because like at Lincoln County we were all best friends. We all played together, and so I really didn't want to leave
Just like
my
being with your
friends.
sisters.
Yes, I didn't want to leave my best friends because they were still all playing for the same AAU team, but I knew that like if I wanted this dream I was going to have to be able to do it and do it for myself. And so me and my dad talked about it a lot, and we just decided that that's probably what's best for me. And so I started playing on the EYBL team, and it would just be college coaches just like surrounded. So I think AAU is like incredibly vital to players who are wanting to play at the next level, which if you're good enough, college coaches will find you. But at the same time, like you have to put yourself out there, and you have to be willing to go out there so that way you can get more exposure.
Right, you got to be seen. And one thing and I know you can speak to this in our area, you know, AAU is like a new thing almost, and in the big scheme of things, AAU is our old concept. You know, in the big cities, they've been playing AAU forever. You know, so it's nice to see teams in our area have some AAU teams because it's all about, you know, if you're not playing multiple sports, you know, you might as well invest yourself in one. Next thing I want to touch on, you know, you kind of hit on it already. What was it like coming from a small town and then to Division I SEC school?
Yeah, it was really cool. That's something. Speaking of, there goes my girl Cass. She's from the mountains, and that's just something that all of us Kentucky girls really have in common, and that we take pride in. Just because like you can be the representative for your town and your community, and it's not easy, but it's absolutely worth it. And it's just I just feel like you can do so much good because when you do have these small communities, like they really rally behind you. My whole church came, I don't know, 2 Sundays ago, and I had over like 50 people that came just from and it's just
your birthday?
no, it was before my birthday.
Oh, okay,
I
all right.
think, but it's so neat to see and like have all these people behind you who like truly support you, and I just feel like that's something that you don't have when you're not a county kid.
Right. I agree. What was who was the player, the veteran that took you under? You know, there's always like a big sister when you show up. Who was that for you?
Blair Green.
Blair Green.
Absolutely. We knew each other. Obviously, she was my host when I was on my visit, but we got here and Macy had just left, which is their grew up childhood best friends.
Right.
And so Macy just left, and we just instantly clicked, and we've been best friends since. And yeah, which I mean, granted, she was just a sophomore, but
Right.
yeah, we've been inseparable.
Have you found yourself taking that role as like a mentor now that you're a senior?
Yeah, that's something that I try to do, and that's something our coaches do a really good job of. Of like, we get little sisters and big sisters, so that's been really neat, and just trying to bring these people up, just because like I remember what it was like to be a freshman, and it's hard. Sometimes it's
Right.
not so fun,
Right.
but just to keep encouraging them, and you know,
Right. There's usually light at the end of the tunnel. Usually it seems bad, you know, and it's hard being away from all your family and friends for the first time. So, yeah, that's good. So, let's see. What's your favorite memory since you've been here at Kentucky?
SEC championship, it's not close.
Right. It ain't even
It
close.
ain't even close.
Right. Them don't happen every day. So, yeah, you got yourself a ring. One thing I'm really impressed with, you've been on SEC Academic Honor Roll every year you've been here, right? I'm sure. I know it's 3 years, so this year will be fourth year, right? Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know. That's just something that my parents have always instilled in us.
Yeah.
And my oldest sister is in med school. My dad's an optometrist, so it's just like
Right.
always
It
been
was
something that's
important.
really important
Right.
to us. And so I just followed in their footsteps.
Right. And you answered it for me. I was going to say, you know, that kind of commitment to academics, that's something that's usually instilled at home, usually. So that's a good thing. See, last thing, is there any advice you'd like to give young girls that like to follow in your footsteps?
Absolutely. I think that one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, kind of like what I hit on earlier, is just be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to promote yourself. You're going to have to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be worth it if this is your dream and that's what you want. It's not going to be easy, but everybody could do it if it was easy.
Right.
And it means a little bit more when you put a little more into it.
Seems like you described what I'm going through right now because I was super nervous about this. I was like, man, but you know, you got to, like you said, if you put yourself out there, you got to, you know, you can't expect big results without taking big chances sometimes. So, all righty, well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and I'm sure everybody back home wants to wish you the best and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it.